So let's go back to our Visual Studio to update the display. So instead of just having IF in there, I would like to make sure that everybody knows this is the type of interface 1, because I have hard-coded this here. So let's call this interface 1. Same for the admin state. Let's update it as well. This is for interface 1. Now, the value itself also needed an update. Let's go ahead and have a look in the measurement. As you can see, a lot of things require an update, but for this exercise, let's just focus on the one that is displayed. But do make sure, in real developments, you should update all of them, because your interface type could be anything you don't know up front. Let's just update this. And we also had the display of 0 in our admin state, and something very odd. We have a value 1, which will represent up. We have a value 2 representing down, and a 3 of testing. But I don't have a value 0, yet I am receiving 0. So what's wrong here? Did my drag and drop make a mistake? Let's have a look in the web browser admin state. Let's have a look here. We have an integer. 1 means up, 2 means down, 3 is testing. It doesn't state anything about a 0. But the fact is, I am receiving a 0. So this is an exceptional value. For this, we can add an exception. Let's use our snippets. Protocol, it's about a param. It's a specific option in a param. And let's go for the exceptions. So I am receiving the value 0. And I can keep it internally as a 0. I don't need to map it to something different. Now, I know that this is an exceptional thing. I shouldn't have this. So perhaps this is simply not available or not applicable. Let's just add any. You can add whatever you like. It could be error or unknown, whatever you like for your exception. So it would be clear what is going on. So I have my exception defined here. I have value 0, and I'm going to receive 0, which was not defined by my vendor. I'm going to display NA, or not available or not applicable, and it will be grayed out. That's what the state disabled means. Let's go and publish this. And let's have a look. I have here a more nicer display. It also indicates this is about interface 1, and I have my NA. Imagine I would also like to include the same information for interface 2. I could do similar steps and again copy paste or drag and drop the interface, the IF type and the admin status, but I can also go and just copy the parameters because the definition is the same. I am going to change the instance, primary key, so let me copy paste. Make sure our IDs are unique, so I'm going to make this 15. This will be about interface 2. Make sure that we're retrieving for the instance number 2. So it's not the second row, it's my primary key. The instance value is 2. Let's collect this one and let's make this ID 16 for interface 2, and I have 2. Now, don't forget this was already displayed. We will need to make sure it's displayed on a different place. Let's go to the display editor for this. Let's add them in here. So we have our positions, and we should not forget about the name. You could see that we have a warning error in here. So the name needs to be unique as well. Let's call this IF2. And we can do the same for this one. Let's call this IF1. This is also about IF1. And the other one is IF2. And in here, I should also have IF2. My positions are filled in. I have an instance 2. I have made it unique. So my parameter definition feels all right. Let's go to our group and retrieve it as well. There we go. We add our param 15, param 16. There we go. And let's publish again. Let's have a look. I might need to refresh my card with the extra parameters that are added. So here we can see interface 1, admin status for interface 1. We have a type, which is other, and I have a admin status, which is a valid one, and it's indicating up.